Hello Sagittarius, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this reading is a general love reading. I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level. This is somebody who you think of. The first moment I say your person of interest, who is that person? This is the person's feelings and emotions towards you currently. Some of you may be in a relationship. Others of you, you may be in a situationship. And for a small portion of you, this may be a very energetic kind of connection where you know there's something special there, but no one's really speaking up. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. My interpretation of the deck is quite different from the original book that it comes with. Also, my method of reading is slightly different. I do channel through my higher intuitive self to get the information that I need. I don't channel through spirit guides. There's a particular reason for that. And also at the end of this reading, I channel through archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, as well as Uriel to provide you with some guidance in this situation. Oh my goodness, guys. When I was talking right now, I'm hesitating to talk because it's just, the feelings are very overwhelming here. There is a ridiculous amount of sexual chemistry. It is over, but above and beyond, and it's just not safe anymore. It's very toxic. Whew, you have sexuality, you have sensuality, you got pleasure. I mean, look at that. You have some cards here that are not so happy. These are very... It has this more of like dark energy. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll be going over these cards in just a moment. The first card is the strongest. You have here embracing the shadow, followed by sexuality. Then we have order, followed by power. Ecstasy, sensuality, betrayal, pleasure, beliefs. And then we have centering. Under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. Now, in this reading, the type of cards that you have, some of them are quite intense. And I've noticed when that happens, the roles could be either reversed, it could be vice versa, the feelings and emotions here. Sagittarius, it could be that you yourself are having these feelings and emotions and that you're going through this. It could also be that both of you are going through the same. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. All right. My dear Sagittarius, the connection that I have with you once was very comfortable. But now it appears to be not as comfortable. I want to show you this side of me that is unfortunately very dark. Certain things that you just don't know about me. But the truth is, it is important for you to know these things about me because this is a part of who I am. I feel that in this connection, now there is a sense of awkwardness. The environment is very uncomfortable. Things were okay between us before, but you saw a part of me that started to become very aggressive, compulsive, and impulsive, and manipulative in a way. I got what I wanted. even if it made you feel uncomfortable. I realize this. I sense this, that this is something that has been on your mind, that this is something that bothers you. And unfortunately, this is a part of who I am, part of that dark side of me, where I do become very animal-like, obsessive, controlling, sometimes even narcissistic. Only when I want things my way. I do realize you are somebody who is just absolutely, unbelievably sexy, irresistible. There's certain things about you that I just am addicted to. The smell of your skin, the scent in your hair. It's intoxicating. I get this emotional high, this physical high, when I'm with you and when I think about you. It's almost like an addiction. It's as if I'm addicted to you, in a very sensual way. And I know it's not. It's not something that is very safe. It's not something that is very healthy in this type of a connection. Whatever has happened between us, I have experienced and seen that I'm really lost when it comes to this connection itself. There's a lack of understanding in my heart and my mind about what we are, who we are, where we are headed. There's a lack of understanding and clarity. And I'm at a crossroads, and I know I have to make a choice. This choice is to either move forwards, backwards, left, or right, but the road ahead and all around me is full of thick fog. This fog has not lifted yet. And so if and when I want to make a move, when I want to make a change, I'm not able to. Because nothing feels right, nothing sounds right. Nothing that has happened makes me feel comfortable. And I do realize you are this person who has power. How do I know this? Because you actually make me powerless. My mind gets a little funny around you. You are someone who has power. You make me weak in the knees, emotionally vulnerable. And you don't even know that you do this to me. There's a part of me that becomes extremely happy. There's a sense of blissfulness. Certain things about you make me very happy. They make me feel emotions that I had once forgotten. And again, the sensual feeling that you bring into my life. These feelings are pure, they're true, they're clean. But it is very sensual. And I know that you being as gorgeous as you are, you can't help being this. You are just so alluring and tempting. And you can be seductive even when you're not trying. I understand that whatever has happened in this connection, to you it feels as though I have betrayed you, as if I wasn't there for you, as if I used you, manipulated you, took you for granted, I didn't value you. Now there is a lack of trust and a lack of faith in this connection because of this sense of betrayal. I understand that certain things have happened. And certain things happen for a reason. But was there a reason behind this, or was it just all for lust? Was it all for nothing? I understand that now, to you, it seems as though I'm a stranger. As if you have never really known me at all. This is because of the actions. The actions I've taken, the words I've spoken. Certain things that I should have done that I just did not. Certain things that I sort of should have said, but I never really spoke up. And to you it seems as though I'm a stranger. As if I never really cared at all. As if I never really knew the real you. And so, I understand if you feel betrayed. This is also the reason why there is a sense of confusion and lack of understanding. So much passion, yet a lack of love. How is that possible? In this connection, I have had so much pleasure. This pleasure that I've had, it is physical in nature as well as spiritual. Between you and I, we've had our differences. And our beliefs are quite different and unique. I don't want to be that person that ends up telling you that, no, this is not the way to do things. Instead, I just walk away. Because you and I, we're not on the same page. We don't see eye to eye. There truly are so many things that are different between us both. I just don't see things the way you do. And for this reason, this is why we have our differences, and this is why we are so far apart. The way I think, the way I do things, it's according to what I have been raised with. It's according to how I've had my experiences. I know sometimes you don't understand these things. I don't expect you to, because you're not me. I do know that I have betrayed you. And that right now, things are very awkward between us. And there's a lack of just this feeling of being comfortable. And that is a problem. All right. Sagittarius. A lot is going on here. Some of you truly have felt that this person has just taken advantage of you sexually. Because of the type of cards we have here. I mean, there's not a lot of cards. You're talking about the personality. Talking about the essence of the individual. This is you. All they're viewing you as here is literally like what they call a sex object, right? Some of you may have felt as though you've just been used on a sexual level. I mean, these two cards are so close together. One right on top of the other, right? And this person feels as if you make them very weak because of the power card. But weak how? Because you are that person that gives this person so much pleasure. They don't get it from anywhere else. They only get it from you. And they only want it from you. But things have changed. And this is why we have the beliefs card here, where the both of you don't see eye to eye. Maybe you were raised differently. Maybe your society is different. Your background is different. Your financial status, your religion, race. It could be anything. Any type of difference that may be popping up that is causing a problem within this connection. Sometimes, sorry, I have a little bit of congestion, guys. Sometimes the beliefs card also, it talks about the connection between the both of you, where this person may have been viewing this connection as a very physical, a very casual, a very friends with benefits type of connection. But it could have been that you, Sagittarius, or it could be vice versa, or you, Sagittarius, you may have been feeling, no, this is a long-term committed connection. I'm totally in love with this person. And you may feel like this, yet this other person had their different beliefs about it. It truly could be that in the beginning, both of you were absolutely in love. It could be that. And then this person just kind of drifted away. That does happen in relationships too. Because they notice certain things. You've noticed certain things about this person. They've noticed certain things about you. And because of that, what happens is typically the person starts to drift away. On my other channel, Asnointia Audio, I do have a video on hookup culture, which is friends with benefits, casual connections. You could see it's one of those titles. And, well, all three of those titles are in that video. So you could see it on the thumbnail. But for some of you that may be going through a connection where you thought you were connected to this person, but now you realize it's only about lust, that particular video will actually help a lot of you understand this whole situation scenario. Of course, this is a general love reading. It's not going to be everybody's story, but the majority of you will probably resonate with this because it's not just one card you had here. You have like 3 cards that are associated to pleasure. And you don't have any love card here. I don't see any love card. It could be in the coming readings right now. It could be that you might get that card. Hopefully. How did I miss this? All right. That's the first. This particular card, many of you know, centering. The overall arching theme that just covered the entire reading. This, once again, it is a spiritual card. So what's interesting about your connection here, and I'm just going to pull out another card so you can, you'll resonate with that too. Let me see. Where is it? It's here somewhere. It's the ecstasy card. So with the ecstasy card, and you know what, let's just pull out the pleasure card here. Because the ecstasy card and the pleasure card, to me, the way I interpret them, it is very spiritual in a way. There you are. So this card, for me, there's only a certain amount of cards in this deck that actually resonate on a level of, like it's a different type of level. It's a spiritual level. So there's about 4 cards, roughly. You almost have about 3 here. 1, 2, 3. And both of you, Sagittarius, you may notice, both of you feel a spiritual connection. Here, with this card, it talks more about the yin and the yang aspect. There's a complete balance. Your person of interest definitely feels that you have the sense of balance, that you bring that balance into their life. The only issue is that that balance is not showing up as an emotional balance. It's showing up more as a lustful balance, which is simply, okay, I need this person in my life to fulfill my physical needs, and that's the end of it. And that's where it stops. But with the spiritual cards here, what's good about it is that it does bring out the emotional. In the far future, this will occur, guys. This will occur. If this person is this far right now, you keep your distance, they'll get hooked and they'll start to fall in love with you. It is inevitable. How do I know that? It happens all the time. All the time. People, it doesn't matter where you're from, people all around the world go through the same things, and the results are usually the same. I have here the Lover's Path Tarot. So I'm going to have a look at what it is that may have occurred in this connection in the first place that caused the situation to go downhill. So what really happened? Maybe your person of interest didn't tell you that they started feeling. Wow, this literally just flew right off like a jet. They're not really... Okay, you know what? Another card just popped up. I'm going to pull this out too, just in case. So something happened, and in this connection, there's this lack of communication between the both of you. I do see that the distance here with the betrayal, with the feeling awkward, and with the beliefs. There's this distance now that exists between the both of you. Interesting. All 3 of these cards are major arcana, so major changes had happened. This is in the past. The one that I just had in the first spread, that was the present. So this is in the past now. We're just looking into something that may have happened in the past that caused the problem in the first place, because many people, some of you may have been ghosted because of the type of issue I'm seeing here, especially with the embracing the shadow card. That's a very awkward kind of feeling. This person might not literally be talking to you, or they may have stopped communication with you. Maybe they were communicating before much more, but now it's, let's just say, like a text once a week or maybe once a month. Maybe not even, at all, right? And that's complete. This person just ghosted you. So this is supposed to give you an idea, and there are more cards than usual here, as to why this happened in the first place. So let's have a look at grace. That's the first card, the strongest. All right. And remember, for those of you who already know, and for those of you who are new, this deck I read in the reverse. All right. This card here talks about how this person started to have a lack of inspiration, and they were not really hoping anymore, nor were they dreaming. Interesting. So things kind of went downhill for them. They were not following their bliss because, what was the reason? Insecurity. Feelings of unworthiness, and they were ignoring their intuition. Oh yeah, that totally makes sense. Unworthy. Why is somebody feeling unworthy? Because they used you. They're still human after all. And at least, thank God, a good part of them was thinking, I can't keep using my Sagittarius sexually. I can't keep using them in a lustful way and lead them on. For your sake, it sounds weird, they felt unworthy. And then they took a step back. I have noticed this a lot in relationships when I do these readings. People do that. The only problem is they don't communicate, do they? If only they told you this. Some of you might say, you know what? My person of interest did tell me that I'm not worthy of you. Or they may have said it in a different way. You deserve better. How many of you have heard that? Most likely many of you have heard that. You deserve better. Why? Because I'm not worthy of you. Because I keep using you in this way and I can't go beyond that. I can't get to the emotional. But just the fact, Sagittarius, that they have felt that means they have compassion, that they have love underlying under all those layers. There will be love. I see that now. They're not saying it here, but the only reason they would have done this is because they care about you on some level. Otherwise, they would still be using you left, right, and center. All right, let's have a look here. They were feeling unworthy, and they were ignoring their intuition. So their intuition is basically telling them, let's move forward in this connection. Let's take it up a notch. Let's be more committed. Let's be more emotional. But they did not at that time. And so for that reason, they started to feel different. They started to feel insecure. They started to feel, no, I can't do this to this person anymore. I need to take a step back because what I'm doing is wrong. Okay. I know it's annoying, guys, but I'm the one doing it, so it's even more annoying for me because I can't even talk. I got to keep pausing this recording. All right. We have here sacrifice. This is a very, very informative card. This card talks about a lack of patience, a lack of compassion, not really wanting to surrender, and a sense of impasse. Here it is. This person was caught between worlds. A short time sacrifice was needed to reach a long-awaited goal. And what they were doing was that they were taking care of other people's needs instead of seeing to their own personal interests. They wanted to gain compassion from difficult experiences, but it just didn't happen. They didn't gain that experience. They didn't gain that compassion. Instead, they started to feel that they were unable to make a sacrifice that the situation requires. Creating difficulties for oneself, that's what it is. Feeling unable to make the sacrifice a situation requires. What was the sacrifice? That I fall in love. What did they not do? They didn't go with you all the way. That was a sacrifice. So for them, falling in love is a sacrifice. You know why? It's too much responsibility, right? You fall in love, there's expectations two people have from each other. This person did not do that. Typically why? Because they're not ready to do that. That's usually why. And that is why they felt unworthy, that I'm not worthy of Sagittarius, because if I do something, I won't be doing it wholeheartedly. Which is why I have to sacrifice that part of myself to change. I'm not willing to do that. I'm not comfortable with that. At the very least, not yet. Here we also have justice. This talks about a lack of wisdom, a lack of fairness, the sense of detachment, and not really having a lot of justice. This person started to get very frustrated with bureaucracies and organizations. Very interesting. So some of you might have been working with this person. Some of you, you remember you had the beliefs card, right? So beliefs could also talk about society, about your workplace. Maybe there's a contract. You're not allowed to be dating the person that you're sitting next to, or maybe in the other organization, that's a rival company. There's so many things that the beliefs card is associated to, but here it clearly says bureaucracies and organizations, not wanting to deal with them, getting really upset because you have to go with what they say. The person didn't want to do that. So this is a more complicated situation, Sagittarius, than what you thought it was. Or some of you at the very least. You might know, some of you might know. The issue here, it's also that with the beliefs card, it could be that traditionally it is not the right thing for you, or not the right thing for them to do. And therefore they thought, no, I can't keep leading on my Sagittarius. I can't treat them like this anymore. And I'm not going to. I feel unworthy. And for that reason, because I can't give them love, I'm going to sacrifice this and I'm just going to cut it off altogether. Oh, okay. There was a sense of impatience back in the day. And the appearance of this card shows that this is a temporary situation. So the card itself talks about this not being something that is permanent in a way. No, it's not permanent, but it is something that is and was going to pass. All right. I have here the Beginner's Tarot. Ooh, yikes. Was the grass greener on the other side? No, it was not. It was not greener on the other side. Don't mind me, guys. I like breaking out into different accents once in a while. I get these emotions and feelings that taunting. It's like someone's taunting themselves right now. Here we have also the Ten of Pentacles. Now, what is this particular deck? This one is the Beginner's Tarot deck. And what do I look for? Here I look at any type of actions, any intentions, any plans that your person of interest may have towards the future that's going to affect you. They're so quiet. It is, I don't even know who the singer is, guys, but there was, I think it's the first movie or the second movie of Bad Boys. I think it's first. Bad Boys. There's a song, Mercy, Mercy, Mercy. Or no. It's called Shy Guy. Shy Guy. I'm getting that song. Why am I getting that song? This person is somebody who's shy, clearly. It doesn't have to be a guy. It could be a girl as well. All right, it's inevitable. This is going to be a much longer reading. We got peekaboos here. Lots of wands popping up here. All right, lots of passion, guys. You know that. Oh my goodness. Your undergarments are on fire. If not you, then this person. I'm surprised you didn't get the Devil card. All of these would compensate for the Devil card. There's just so much passion here. All right. Interesting. Let me see if you guys can see that. Yep, you can. All right. We have here the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords here does talk about, as I so strangely talked about, this person left you for a while. They ghosted you. And they thought that perhaps things were better in a different area, with a different person, different experiences, right? Turns out it didn't turn right for them. It wasn't you. It wasn't the same love. It wasn't the same embrace. It wasn't the same touch. It wasn't the same passion that the others gave. And so they realized this. And then they started to crawl back. Now, unfortunately, by the time they got back to your green pastures, they've been hit with 10 swords on the back. This is fate, destiny, karma. Certain things have happened to this person. Now, the interesting and good thing about this card is that it does talk about, okay, things are really bad now. What do I do going forward? This person is going to once again rise up, dust themselves off, and approach you. What are they interested in? 10 of Pentacles here. Still very physical in nature. You don't have the 10 of Cups here. But this person is extremely, I'm getting the word logical, actually. They're logical to the point where it sometimes might be annoying because they're not really thinking about anything other than just logic. Detachment, I'm getting emotionally detached. So, in my mind's eye right now, I'm seeing the King of Swords. The King of Swords, somebody who's very aloof, somebody who's very tight grip. They want to have things their way. They do love you. They do have emotions for you, but they just don't show it. And the issue here is that they have these plans that they want to be with you on a tangible level. Like they literally want to move in with you, or they want to invest with you, get a house together, get an apartment together, a flat, whatever. They want something, but they want it with you. They think and they fantasize about a relationship, even with family. But here it talks more about security, job security, I'm getting. Job security, relief. If you hear something whispering, that something is me, guys. Don't be alarmed, because sometimes you guys hear me whispering and you freak out, and then you freak me out, and then all of us get freaked out. Then I have to go back and I have to hear it. So it's me, okay? If you hear a whisper, it's no other entities in my room. All right. We also have here the High Priestess. The High Priestess here, this person's very quiet. They know that there is a spiritual connection. Remember, you had here the Centering card, right? You also had the Ecstasy card. And then you also had the Pleasure card, right? So you had those 3 cards. Very, very much are those related to the spiritual realm, the feelings of this person. And they do feel a spiritual connection here, but they're not telling you. They're not showing you. They're not revealing it. Whatever the reason is, they just don't want to talk about it. But on the inside, they feel this pull towards you that is beyond physical, which is really, it's really insane for them. They don't know how this is happening. And then this kind of eruption, it just erupts where this person just realizes, boom, one day, like this coffin, these coffins, just boom, like a little, I don't know. I don't want to call it anything like, let's just say this person bursts out of the coffin, okay? And they are super rejuvenated, super excited, and they see things in a completely different light. Before, things were different. I'm getting a really weird imagery right now in my mind's eye. It's like the old-fashioned tune when we used to tune a radio station, usually. Before, they were off tune, but then they started tuning in a bit more. And now, the radio wave frequencies and the frequency between the both of you is very much sharp. They can hear it. They're resonating with it. And all of the waves are going to them and through them. Very gently, very softly, and it's resonating with them on an emotional level. And that's what's happening here now. They have basically tuned into your love and your passion and your desire, and they recognize it now. This is damn beautiful, guys. This is gorgeous. This is a nice reading. Oh, and then we have here the feeling, once again, with an angel, that this is a spiritual connection. So what's interesting here is it was very physical, and then you realize that there's a lot of spiritual, but the spiritual and the physical is bringing them more to the emotional. That's what's really cool about this. It's really nice. They will not be able to hold back anymore. One day they are going to message you 100% for sure. If this reading is resonating with you, the majority of you will get some type of a message from this person. It could be a small text message. It could just be a, hey, how's it going? And you're just like, yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. But what they're actually trying to do is indirectly tell you, hey, I'm interested in you. Do you want to talk? Do you want to chat? The reason why they're reaching out to you, okay, is the only reason is because they want a second chance. Here they want transparency, they want clarity, they want openness, they don't want to hide anything anymore. Oh, this is gorgeous. The progression is really good. But remember the beliefs card that you had. And you also had the justice card, I think it was. Was it the justice card? I think so. Yes. You have the justice card. So when you have the beliefs and the justice talked about bureaucracies and organizations, and the beliefs that we had at the beginning, that talks more about the society, right? The type of people that you're hanging out with, your family, your friends, your society, your friend group at work. Now, the issue here, this talks about a lot of people. Jealousy, rumors, people that are causing conflicts, disagreements, complaints. So, be careful of other people because they are external factors and they are changing the circumstances within this connection. So be careful of that. That's a warning. Here we also have how this individual, oh my gosh, it's like their pants are on fire. Good God. They are running back into your life, guys. It's a Knight of Wands. This person is in their prime. They could be 75, 80 years old. It doesn't matter. But passionately, they are in their prime, man. Like it is so... It's fire. Like there's so much fire here. It's heat. This person's definitely in heat. But it's because they are absolutely attracted to you. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience that they've had, okay? That's why they're so addicted to you. Now, some of you may wonder, is this person coming back as a player? Because a lot of people associate this Knight of Wands with a player card. As a player card, rather. Right now, I don't see it as a player card. I actually see this as somebody who only knows passion but wants to know more. And that's why they're coming back into your life in a passionate kind of way. Here we also have them coming back because they want to reunite. They want to have a second chance, a resurrection of sorts, right? They want to put to sleep all that happened before and rise up to have something new because they've been through a lot too. See, this person had to go through the ringer before they actually even thought of anything. People have to suffer. People have to grieve. They have to become wiser, hermit mode. Then you get the strength. Then they come back to you in your life. This person has gone through all that at this point. And they still may be going through a little bit if you ignore them. Things will just get a little bit more intense and passionate. Their motivation will increase, unfortunately, if you do this no contact rule that people have. By keeping your distance for a while, it will attract them even more towards you. It will not discourage them because they know that they hurt you. And they know that the reason why you're acting the way that you are, it's simply because there is hurt and pain and suffering. That is what you've gone through, and that's what they've put you through, and they know this. Here we have the Four of Wands. This person wants a happily ever after. This is the 1111 card. Some of you might be twin flames. I can definitely say you guys here are either twin flame soulmates or karmic partners. And It is a beautiful connection. It's a spiritual connection indeed, with a lot of passion. The passion doesn't go away, and that's good. But here we have somebody now who wants to change things up a bit. They have this vision, this dream that in the distance, there's a home, and they want to have stability. They want to settle down. They want to have a sense of closure. Before, you didn't have closure. But going forward in the future, this is what they desire. Very nice. Oh, 10 out of 10, guys. This is a nice reading. It does indicate that this person's coming back to you. But they do have a lot of struggle, and understand it's not just them. You have a lot of struggle as well because of other people that may be causing problems. Some of you might be aware of people causing problems. Others of you, you might not even know that there's somebody here that's causing issues. Maybe you don't know. Maybe not yet. So just be aware that there are issues here. Any type of arguments that you've had, there's going to be a peaceful resolution here. They are trying to come back into your life and peacefully resolve any type of problems that have occurred in the first place. So this is turning out to be a really good reading, guys. I'm happy to see that. Just going to do a quick prayer. All right. We have here, ask your angels. These messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, as well as Uriel. Compromise. So compromise here does mean that there's sometimes certain things that happen. Peaceful resolution, guys. Did I not just say the exact same words a while ago? Excellent. Excellent. There's going to be a peaceful resolution. So that's just like double confirmed. It was in your cards, actually. I noticed it, the meaning of certain cards that just came out. So here you also have a double confirmation that there will be a peaceful resolution. That's excellent. I was talking about something else before I got distracted with that. Sorry, guys. It was compromise. So with the compromise card, there is this sense of, you know, it's not just you, okay? This person has to also, you know, take their part, right? Like they have to, what is it called? Okay, I don't know what the expression is called right now, but what I'm trying to say is that pull their weight. Okay, there you are. Pull their weight. They have to also pull their weight. It's not just you. It can't just be you. There has to be a compromise, and it has to be an equal give and take. I clarify the no card. Oh, okay. All right, so you actually have a choice here. No, it's up to you. All right. So we have here. We have here. Ask your angels. So first things first, my method of connecting with my angels, and they're all of our angels. The angels are there for us as human beings. I connect with archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and now also Uriel. And I do this, the praying, through the Christ consciousness. And from there, in my mind's eye, I see the pure white light. You can just imagine it. Pure white holy light of God, the source that we call. And these particular angels do work for him. It prefers being referred to as a him. It prefers the alpha state, even though it has the feminine and the masculine qualities. So the source, these angels work for the source. It's like he's the manager. And you simply just tell him what your issues are. You ask him to give permission to the angels to come down and help you. Within a split second, you're in the energy of the angels. They can hear you. They know exactly what your thoughts are, but they just need you to give them permission to help you. So do ask your angels what it is that you need. You're not going to get everything on your lap just like that. If it's practical, it will happen, right? If it's logical, it will happen. If it's something that hasn't happened for years, like 15, 20 years, probably it's not going to work out. And yes, there have been clients, people that have written in the comments, they have been waiting for people for that long. Love is weird. It does strange things to people. And that is something that does happen. People do wait that long. So just make sure that whatever your petition is, your request is, your prayer is, that it does make sense, right? And it's actually logical. Here we also have compromise. So it is important to understand that there's going to be an equal give and take in this connection. It can't just be one-sided. If it's one-sided, somebody in this connection is not going to be happy if it's just one-sided. Here we also have peaceful resolution. Any type of arguments, any disagreements that you had before will be resolved, which is excellent. This did pop up before, this meaning. And yes, it's a double confirmation here. We also have here no with an exclamation mark. It's up to you. So there's a small portion of you that just don't want to be with this person anymore. You've gotten so frustrated that you think they're not going to change. And you're right. It could be that they don't change for months, for years. It could be. And therefore, they are saying here that it is up to you. If you want, you can make a change. You don't have to be with this particular person. You can hop on from this timeline, which you're on right now, to another timeline. It's still the same you. It's just the story is going to be different. Those stories are already written for us. We are like the actors and actresses, and we're just going to be taking up that particular part. So don't worry, because even if you decide to make a difference, make a change, that fate and destiny is still written for you. Somewhere, somehow, something good will happen. Either way, Sagittarius, for both groups, there's going to be success. For those of you that want to be with this person, for those of you that just can't see this person or tolerate them anymore, it doesn't matter. There's still going to be success even after changes have been made. So that's really good. We also have here reconsider any actions, any words that you are going to be taking, any actions you're going to be making. Reconsider that. Think about it twice after you receive messages, because you're going to ask your angels and you will be receiving messages intuitively. Could be a gut feeling. Could be somebody says something and it just makes sense to you. A message may come through. For example, it's really strange, but like the radio, if you're hearing the radio, certain lines might make sense of a song, for example, and you're driving and you see a big giant poster somewhere and there's a particular word there that just makes sense to you. It's a weird way of how this matrix kind of works. It's a grid-like system, and only you will know the meaning of it. It won't mean anything to anybody else, but it'll mean something to you specifically. And there's a reason why you see that particular thing at that particular time, because you've been prompted intuitively to see it, just like we see angel numbers. Here we also have within the next few months. So there's going to be good changes. Thank goodness. Sagittarius, very nice. Within the next few months, there's going to be changes here for you. And they're going to be really good changes. You got compromise, peaceful resolution, and success. You can't get better than that. Here we also have you are ready. So emotionally, spiritually, and physically, in the future, you will be ready for any type of change that's going to come to you in the future. This will be very helpful when it comes to you taking a stand, making a difference in your own life, and being assertive as well, letting this person know what you're comfortable with, what you're not comfortable with. And that's your reading, guys. It's actually really nice. It's kind of lengthy, you know. So let me know in the comments below if this has resonated with anybody. I do read the comments. Sometimes I'm not able to answer them all or reply, but I definitely read the majority of the comments as much as I can, and they are helpful. It gives me a better understanding as to what you're going through, and even for my other channel, Asnointia Audio, where I'm able to create new content as well based on your stories here, and sometimes even my own clients. I wanted to mention that I do have a new video up finally, and I launched it about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. That is all about negative energies, jinns, demons, evil spirits. Many of you know that I have certain packages where I help you get rid of those things from your lives. So do have a look at that. It is very helpful, very interesting. It's on my other channel called Asnointia Audio, and that is on YouTube. It's the newest one, so hopefully you guys will like it. Please do like, share, and subscribe to that channel as well. All right. Sagittarius, you all take care. Stay safe. I'll see you guys again. Bye now.